Good morning. An update here from the Storm Center. I'm meteorologist Brian Karstens along with Scott Mundt, and we continue to track this major storm, including all of the reports of ice and blizzard conditions. A view from Chamberlain here. This morning, you can see obviously the coating of ice on the trees and power lines. Now, we've been dealing with issues all day, and really this thing started yesterday, of course, and Scott, now as we look forward in the forecast, an area of low pressure, which is the instigator behind all of this, very strong, and it is actually today pivoting to the northwest. That is a classic sign of a really wound up storm when it takes that jog and actually goes backwards a little bit, doesn't it?
And when it does that, Brian, we will have temperatures that will slowly warm a couple of degrees in southeastern South Dakota, especially northwestern Iowa. We can see numbers in the lower 40s for highs near Spencer, Iowa, while Sioux Falls will probably get those numbers the nudge to the middle 30s. It won't happen until late this afternoon into the early evening hours. And then tonight is when this area of low pressure will finally start to exit, move to our east and to our northeast. When it does that, that mixture of precipitation that we've had in southeastern South Dakota will eventually become all snow as we get more of a northerly component with that wind. And then tomorrow it will continue to travel to the east. We'll have a decrease in cloud cover. We'll have a decrease in the snow intensity, and we'll have a decrease in the wind. In the meantime, we have a lot of snow and a lot of wind.
We sure do. And we also have lightning and thunder. We've been watching all of the spots on radar here in southeastern Kettleland moving to the north. In fact, the Watertown area now into some of that thunder and lightning here as of mid-morning. All day long today, blizzard warning headlines from Rapid City to Winter, northern Nebraska, all the way to the North Dakota-South Dakota border, including Aberdeen, Millbank, and Sisseton. Sioux Falls still under a winter storm warning where it's been a sleet, snow, freezing rain combo. The one challenge that we've had from the beginning on this is determining how the snow line would shape up, and it's certainly still that, even here at this hour as we watch our snow projections coming in. We still think in Sioux Falls when we get through tonight and tomorrow, we're looking at 3 to 8, but it's mainly because of the sleet and the icing that infiltrates into this. 2 to 4 Worthington, but you've obviously had some heavy icing there and also northwest Iowa. But boy, these big amounts here of snow and wind in central South Dakota.
And we've already had those reports of a foot or more in and around Watertown, at least a half foot in Aberdeen. They'll continue to add to that during the day today and tonight into central and south central South Dakota. They'll continue to add to their totals. Real hard to measure because we've had strong winds. Wind gusts during the overnight into the early morning hours in southeastern South Dakota to northwestern Iowa near 60 miles per hour. As you see here on Future Scan, the snow will continue through the day, western, central, eastern, and northeastern South Dakota. That will fill in as the low pressure system leaves for southeastern Kettleland. You'll notice that will fill in. And then tomorrow we'll have a decrease in clouds, wind, and snow.
Yeah, absolutely. An improvement there. Hopefully a little late day sun maybe for some of you too. And April sun does a lot of good at pulling us out of this mess. Well, it is just that today. There's your borderline right in Sioux Falls. Boy, it just hangs tight most of the day today on that rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow line. So not too helpful there. Let's recap this quickly here then before we go. And what's ahead? Big weather stories, thunderstorms from the southeast. They continue to migrate into northeast South Dakota. We also continue blizzard headlines today, north and west. We are also tracking our strongest wind gusts here today across eastern Kettleland, over 50 miles per hour. And the timeline brings a lot of this to a close tomorrow as the cleanup begins. All right, Scott, that's all for now. Again, head over kettleland.com. A lot of good resources there throughout the day today.